Okay, from this left side of the car here, by this left barrel, I can smoke coffins by crouching, aiming right underneath the middle of this black line here, about like that is good. Stand and jump throw. And for CT, I'm aiming at the dot and then down to the right a bit. So over there is about right. Crouch, stand, jump throw for coffins. And just stand and jump throw for CT. And coffins takes away any vision of this guy up on the coffin. And CT does allow a molly up in the boost. I can do a one-way smoke for coffins by aiming about like this, about in line with this part of the railing, and then down to about here somewhere is good. It lands inside the coffin, and this is what it shows them, which is not much. And it shows us a little bit more, especially down here. This is a nice spot. If we got a guy that throws a deep coffin molly here that takes away the back spot here, now he's got to either back off and give up the sight or push up here where he's at a disadvantage to that smoke. Okay, so moving on to mollies. Start by aiming at this rafter and then up to this part of the shingle here. The small shingle between these two larger ones above the rafter there. And right to this point of the shingle, if you can see that. And that's going to land on top of first and spread down to bottom first as well. Maybe there's a 5% chance it won't spread to where I'm standing, but it almost always does. Okay, to molly bottom second, I'm aiming right here. See this little hole in this part of the post? Aim at the middle of that and then just to the left side of that hole for perfection. So it bounces off this rack here just like that and goes into bottom second here. I don't know another way to do that. A lot of times it even spreads the top second too, which is a nice little bonus. And if I want it to land on top second on purpose, I'll just aim a little bit lower. Right about here is good. Doesn't have to be perfect, but right about there will do fine where it lands on top of that rack. And usually it'll spread back there a little bit up here. Nothing fancy. Okay, flashes. For the sight roof, this is what I do. I just aim at this rafter here and then up to the smaller shingle between these two bigger shingles here. And then just up with my crosshair over top of the shingle like that. And then just crouch and jump throw. But however you got to do to get your crosshair about here is about the perfect way to throw it. I'll just show why I think that's a little better than doing it slightly different ways. Because it is still really safe for my guy, at least up to here. And it flashes all the enemies that are looking that way for the most part, except for along this wall, but it's great. It doesn't flash my guys at all, though, not even back here, if you throw it just like that. If you don't care so much about flashing somebody here, you can be a little more haphazard with your aim. A nice one way is I aim right about, where is that? I aim right there. If you can see this part, this upper part of where this railing comes and meets the vertical post. Right about there is perfect. And jump throw. And this here is not going to flash my guys anywhere along this wall here. It's going to come as close as you'd ever want to right there, but it won't. It won't flash them. And it's not going to flash here in this corner of CT, but it flashes most of CT. And it flashes coffins and many other spots on site. Not all, but most. While it's still safe for our guys, at least up to here. Or obviously much further up if they're this way. Okay, so everything else now in this video will be doing stuff I aim, and then I jump up onto the barrels and throw stuff. There's one complication to that, is that just you can get stuck on the wall geometry like I am right here. See, if you press forward while you're jumping, there's a chance that you'll just get stuck on these invisible rectangles on this wall here, and that's really annoying. The way to get around that is I jump, and then I don't start moving forward until I've like reached the peak of my jump. And then at least that works every time and I don't get stuck. Okay, so the super duper one-way flash I do from here is I'm aiming right about here on this part of that knob on the post there. I aim there, jump up onto the barrel, crouch, jump throw. Don't forget to crouch. And that's a perfect flash because it doesn't flash my guy even up here in water until he's up into the sight. And at the same time it still flashes everything, including here at coffin, back behind coffin, most of the other spots on site that you'd expect a flash like that to smoke or flash. Not smoke, it ain't going to smoke any places, but it will flash all the important stuff. So moving on to mollies, aim right here at this dot here. Not this dot that you want to aim at, this one over here. This is for coffin. Get up on top of the barrel somehow, run forward and jump throw. Now, you can get up on top of the barrel however you need to once you get up in this spot, and then just aim right about the top of that post there. That'll get you close enough, and then just run forward and jump throw. Now to molly the default plant for a post plant scenario, I'm just aiming at the bottom of this post here. Same thing. Jump up, run forward, and do it. And same thing here. You can just get up there however. God, I hate this so much. And just aim at the post and then up to the roof there. That'll get you close enough to do that job. It was way more fun on 64-tick because you would just run up and never get stuck on this stuff. Okay, there's one more thing I do from up on the barrels here, and that's to nade first and second oranges. You can aim right here at the top of this rafter, but if you aim a little bit to the left of that, it's even better. That's for first. For second, I'm just aiming over here to the right of that rafter. So just aim there, get up on the barrels, oh Lord, and do the thing. That places it nice because it hits bottom first and top first and top second and bottom first and top second for these. Spreads the damage around pretty good, so no matter where they are, they're probably going to take good damage if they're over there. Yeah, that's all of them. These smokes are nice and easy. That's a good one. Don't forget to crouch.